Continuing our time here at the Space Coast, we are at the Kennedy Space Center today with the Chan family again. We're going to be exploring the inside, checking out all the wonderful exhibits that they have. And also this is part of the homeschooling program that we do with our girls, going out and exploring, learning about new things. Today's focus definitely is going to be science and outer space. So let's go inside and check it out. 1, 2, 3.
We're starting our day with the bus tour, which is about a 40-minute ride out to see launch pads and some SpaceX things and, I don't know, take a little tour. And then out there is the Apollo and a couple things that we're going to see moon rocks out there. We're starting our day with that.
One thing I ask is that you remain seated while the vehicle is moving, and please put your cell phones on mute or vibrate for the duration of the tour. Now, on behalf of NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, welcome aboard. Top of the launch pad and stand at a vertical, usually the day before it's scheduled to launch. With the fuel used to be on the Shuttle tank for the Space Shuttle.
Please gather all of your belongings, take small children by the hand, and proceed through the open doors to firing room number 1.
When men first took off to fly to the moon, the tragedy of Apollo 1 had put us a year and a half behind. We were making up for it in one big leap, and we were doing it with a rocket that no man had ever flown before.
20 seconds on aspects we are seeing at this time.
'It really went up.
This is the room where they had all the controls, wasn't it?
Look.
That was pretty great, being able to experience the first manned moon flight from the actual control room that they sent them up to. All the computers and everything that were in there were actually the original ones. They had amphitheater seating on the sides, which wasn't there originally, but when the rocket went up, they actually had some controls in the room that made everything kind of shake, and the glass behind us was shaking as well, so giving you the feeling that you were actually experiencing the real launch at the time. Really, really neat. Wasn't actually expecting that.
Oh my god. No wonder it took like 10 years to make it. It's a long time. Snoopy the astronaut.
You think Snoopy's gone to the moon?
No. Yes, Snoopy.
They're gonna let you in?
Yep. These are actually the real spacesuits that they've made and worn.
Which one do you want to wear?
This one.
This is Alan Shepard's spacesuit that he actually wore on his moonwalk. There's still some moon dust on the feet. This is really awesome. They were working on the visors. They were trying to find the right material so it wasn't too bright but they could still see colors. And they decided on 24 karat gold plating.
And this behind me here is the Apollo 14 capsule, which made it to the moon and back and is now on display here at the Kennedy Space Center.
More forward, drift to the right level. Down a half. Contact right. Okay, engine stop. And shut down. Tranquility danger. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
And we saw our planet as our home port in the endless ocean of space.
It's kind of like we're boarding one of the rockets. You ready to get on a rocket? You're gonna fly?
We're flying? Nobody told me we were flying today.
We're flying.
I'm not prepared for this.
You gotta get in. In videos and pictures, you can always feel the enormity of the size of the Saturn rocket. But walking underneath one, I mean, this thing's longer than a football field. It's absolutely incredible how big this thing actually was and how much power is actually needed to escape the Earth's orbit in order to get something to the moon.
It's so tiny.
So
Okay,
small
now just
compared to
one.
that thing. Okay, we are done at this part of it. Now we have to get back on the bus and head back to the main visitor complex.
Let's go to the back.
The visionaries, the doers. And because we stand on the shoulders of the giants to go farther.
Yeah, they're both of the eaglets above the nest right now, but they're going to be leaving here about the end of April, beginning of May, somewhere in that time frame.
Next is the Atlantis exhibit. Let's go.
And here behind me is the Shuttle Atlantis, arguably the highlight of the Kennedy Space Center. The shuttle here is actually at a 43.21 degree angle, representing the countdown 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. It's been up into space 33 times over the course of 26 years, and this thing's simply amazing. I mean, we've been looking at it for the last couple minutes and just getting in all the different angles, but it's hard to imagine this going into space so many times. It is enormous. But yeah, definitely something worth checking out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Help us set everything up.
Did I push the right buttons?
Yeah, he's supposed to put up everything up.
Is this the space toilet?
Yeah.
Is it just like ours in the Army?
No.
No, it's a little more complicated.
Yeah.
You gotta hold on.
And now we're inside the International Space Station, or a scaled down version of it. It's a little bit smaller than the real thing. Gotta find a way out. It's a maze. Are you coming through again?
Yeah.
You know the way out?
That way.
That way.
Doing it one-handed all the way through?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't like heights. Traffic jam. I'm floating too.
What are you doing?
I'm floating. Whoa.
Did you make it through?
I made it.
Was it just like being in space?
I wish I was floating through. That would have made it a lot easier.
We're re-entering orbit from the shuttle. Okay, we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Woo!
I'm gonna go again. Can we go again?
So the one thing that we weren't able to record while in here is the shuttle launch experience. We just finished that up. It's actually pretty fun. You go in and it's a simulation of what the shuttle launch is like. You get strapped into what they say is a special launch pod inside the cargo hold of the shuttle, and it simulates going up with the rocket launch and then being a little bit of weightlessness up in space. All they're really doing is moving the module that you're in up and down, but it's a lot of fun. The seats that you're strapped into shake while you're going up. It's a very fun interactive experience. The reason why we weren't able to record is that they don't allow any cameras or anything inside of there, simply because if you drop something while you're doing that, you're gonna hurt somebody either in front of you or in back of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Astronaut Mike Forward.
So I always tell people, especially teachers, hey, treat your students the way you want to be treated later in life, because you never know, one of them might grow up and be the commander of your space shuttle mission, or the pilot.
Well, that was great seeing astronaut Mike Foreman talk about one of his space shuttle missions to the International Space Station. Now we're standing in line to get something signed, because you always need something autographed by an astronaut.
We are waiting in line to get autographs from an astronaut, and this is a gift for my dad. This video won't be out before he gets it.
Father's Day gift?
Father's Day gift, right? This video won't be out by then. Anyway, we're gonna have him sign this and a Christmas ornament that we got for our family.
I'll push it while you okay, I want to go on.
We have spent 7.5 hours at the Kennedy Space Center, and it's been awesome. I will say that, I will say that as somebody who really had no interest in space and being an astronaut or any of that,
science in general
as a kid growing up, this place was awesome. Like the movies, I got teary because it's just this excitement, and I had no idea. I learned a ton because it's not something I like grasped onto. I know I learned about it in school, but it's not something that I held on to as a kid.
She didn't care about science and any of the cool stuff in life, but this place has simply been amazing. In 7.5 hours, there's still things that we haven't been able to see. We actually blew through a lot of the exhibits and didn't actually take the time to stop and read all the different signs and things like that.
You could spend a few days here for sure.
A lot of people say 2 days is what you really need. Unfortunately, that does get expensive, especially when you have a family of 4. But do search online. If you buy the tickets directly through Kennedy Space Center's website, that's the most expensive you're going to pay. But if you do a couple searches, you can find tickets that are $10 to $15 off each, saving your family $40 to $50 to get
But if money's not an issue, there are tons of extra things you can add on. You can have lunch with an astronaut. You can do some of the flight simulation, like extra flight simulation training.
Well, and then there's the astronaut training program that is an additional charge.
Yeah, so there's a lot of amazing stuff that you can add on. But we kept it simple. We kept it at one day, and it was perfect. It was really great.
Yeah, I highly recommend making your way to the Kennedy Space Center. It's one of the most amazing things here on the East Coast. Definitely something to check out with your family. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon as well if you haven't done that, so you get notifications as soon as all of our videos are uploaded to the web. Thanks guys, and we'll catch you on the road.